No, that is it. And there goes Norbert with the fatality.
Oh! The champion has been
eliminated.
We're
going to see a new champion. Oh, Aiden Cordova is moving on.
Aiden moves on. What a
He's eliminated Norbert Vale.
And we have just begun.
Oh, and a nice head kick. Is Jenner going to move on?
Yes,
and
he
he
is.
does!
Oh, yes, he is.
Brandon with the win.
Brandon, what?
He knocked out the champ. That's
What?
wow.
For Mortal Kombat's very own Rich Divizio.
Undisputed Bloody Wars Championship.
Oh, look at that.
Beautiful.
Oh, and look
Vicious
at that
combo.
slamming. That's literally.
The 60-hit comp.
But because of the fact that you eliminated Michelle in the Tekken 3 tournament, I have to avenge her L. So guess what? Don't take this ass kicking personally.
I'm sleeping on it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, he's
Oh,
not
and
sleeping
he doesn't.
Yep, not
Steven Lucas
definitely not
is
sleeping
moving
on.
on.
Gotta give it up to Michelle, though. For real.
Steven,
I do.
it is all over.
The return
Norbert
of
Vale
Vale,
is your
the champion.
Bloody Wars champion.
What is going on, Bloody Wars Nation? Welcome to the first ever Bloody Wars podcast, the best podcast in the FGC. I am your host, JP. This is the very first time I am using a different platform for live streaming. I'm using this website called StreamYard. Inspired by one of my Bloody Wars contenders. So we will get to him in a little bit. And I'm already seeing the Cordova family tuning in. Thank you so much, Damien. I'm assuming it's Damien, Aiden, and Devin. They're all tuning in. What's up, boys? Thank you for tuning in. But yeah, man, this is the first ever podcast that I'm doing. And you know, we're going to be doing similar ones. We're going to be doing some fun stuff. You know, I hope you guys can hear me because this is the first time I'm using this platform, so I don't know what I'm doing. I will refer to Steven if okay, well, I just got confirmation that everyone can hear me. My beautiful voice is sparking into someone's ears. And I have a mirror with me, guys. I gotta look good, right? So I gotta check myself out. So I don't know what you guys think though, but today's gonna be a good day. A busy day, folks. It is very busy. I mean, if you guys hearing me just now, you guys can tell that I'm just coming out of a cold. I have a cold, but I'm not sick. Like my nose is stuffed up. I have a sore throat. Well, I mean, yesterday I had a sore throat, but I feel fine. It's just a stuffy nose. But, I mean, honestly, if you feel fine, just having a stuffy nose, whatever, dude. It's like if you're sick, you must have the flu, COVID, or whatever. Not trying to get deep into it, but if you just have a cold, it is what it is. You're going to be fine for the rest of the day. Just take your NyQuil, take your DayQuil, and you're going to be just fine. So, today is the beginning, or I shouldn't say the beginning. but we're in the middle of a road, the milestone to Super Dragon Ball Z. Ladies and gentlemen, Super Dragon Ball Z. And I'm trying to pull up the... It's not letting me. Oh, well. Super Dragon Ball Z, ladies and gentlemen. Honestly, folks, I cannot wait for this. I know all of you guys are putting some effort into it. You guys are putting so much to the table, especially with our prizes. And speaking of prizes, folks, we've got cash money on the floor. Is going to be $15 to get into the tournament. And that $5 from the tournament is going to go straight towards the pot of the cash money prize. We also got Funko Pops of Dragon Ball Z characters, either from Super Dragon Ball or the regular OG Dragon Ball characters. I think I got 2 of them. I think one of them is Vegeta. I'm trying to get myself deep into Dragon Ball Z. With a lot going on still, I'm trying. Oops. My bad, folks. Excuse me while I'm... See, this is my first time using this software. It's already going to plan. I hope everyone else is tuning in, and I hope everyone else is having a great day, as much as I am. Because, you know, who's not going to have a great day when they're entering into the live stream of the Bloody Wars tournament? So keep your eyes peeled for some cool stuff, folks. And honestly, folks, it's going to be a great one. So, like I said, huge tournament coming up. Super Dragon Ball Z. We got the Funko Pops. We even got, you guys know how this goes, the undisputed Bloody Wars Championship belt on the line. That's going to go down, folks. And, like, it's a traditional thing. There's no Bloody Wars without the belt. That's just how this works. We also got, starting to regret this, but we've got the sketch of Goku, limited edition sketch Goku from Akira Toriyama. We've got that going. Not going to get too much of the details after my discussions with some people today, but you will see cool prizes, folks. You will see competition, throwdown every single time we're going to be doing these events at Bloody Wars. And, you know, to sign up to the Bloody Wars tournament, just go to www.bloody-wars-tournament.com. And speaking of that, I got to give some updates on the Bloody Wars tournament website, folks, because honestly, it's looking pretty good from the way I've been doing things. The website, folks, I'm going to share them. I think I got this pulled up. So you guys know the roster, the listings of the rosters, who's contending who's putting some effort, and who's ranked who. And honestly, folks, if you're trying to get into the tournament, just watch out for the Cordova family and GGA Shady, because they're always putting time into Bloody Wars, because they're just that good. Anyways, so here we got the Bloody Wars tournament, the official Bloody Wars tournament website. When you go all the way down, you're already going to see the roster. We got the roster lined up already. We've got so much cool stuff ahead of you guys. Steven Lucas is in the stream chat. We will get to Steven Lucas in a minute. I haven't told anybody this yet, so keep your eyes peeled for this. So yeah, like I said, folks, we got a whole roster going. We've already got that. And if you go through our homepage, ladies and gentlemen, you're gonna see. Obviously, you're gonna see the event. And when you're gonna sign up, you're gonna come through these two little buttons right here. First, enter the first one, and then prepay to enter. And then I was hoping I would spell your name right, Damien. You're scaring me, man. You're sounding like I haven't been spelling your name right this entire time. We'll talk. Obviously, we're located at the Galloping Ghost Arcade. We're offering t-shirts, ladies and gentlemen. That's a gift. If you guys want to support the Bloody Wars tournament, tune in and go into this tab right here to get your Bloody Wars t-shirt today. Obviously, we got the roster. We've got events like lined up. The link to every single Bloody Wars tournament that we've been doing is going to be in that little tab of the website. So if we go down through here, you're going to see the OG fan t-shirts, folks. The t-shirt for the fans. And obviously, if you're a Bloody Wars champion, you get your own customized Bloody Wars champion t-shirt. The same way Norbert Vale got his shirt. And the same way that Izzy Cabrera got his shirt. And of course, Israel Bahina, your former Bloody Wars champion. So if you are a Bloody Wars champion, come talk to me. We'll get your shirt today. So, and we also got Pulaski versus Vale, guys. If you want to support the lineup, this big rivalry we've had throughout the entire year and the entire 2 seasons, go get your Bloody Wars Pulaski versus Vale t-shirt today. We've got the blue version, the new version from New MK1, which was fabulous moment, if you ask me. Love that moment. And we've also got the version where, the event from Mortal Kombat 4, we're not going to talk about that. And I know, folks, I got to change Pulaski's last name. I got to respell everything, but I just put that in because I need to get some time out of the way so you guys can see everything. So, yeah, that's that. And, of course, I have to show the new MK1 t-shirt that I gotta present it in the best way possible. And in that moment, as you can see, I was ripping up my Bloody Wars host shirt, presenting the Pulaski versus Vale t-shirt on that stream. And in it, the ripped shirt that I've ripped to present the Pulaski versus Vale t-shirt, that is up for grabs, ladies and gentlemen. I've even signed it just to make it a little bit more special. Give it a little bit more value. So if you want to get that t-shirt today, there's only one stock of that. Get it now before it's gone. So that's that, folks. We'll keep you updated on what everything looks like. And we will keep you guys update on what's going to be going on with everything. And I mean everything. Like, we're just growing, folks. And this is a beginning towards an awesome adventure. And speaking of adventure, last Saturday, folks, we've seen history made on Saturday. The Galloping Ghost Arcade once again expanded, and they just opened up the expansion room right by Canton. And this was a restaurant that went out of business next door to Galloping Ghost at the time. The property was bought, and we were able to bring so many more games into that room. Some of the games that you haven't seen in a while, some of the games that no one has access to, we got that here, folks. So if you have not come into the Galloping Ghost Arcade since that new expansion room, get in now and it's gonna look beautiful, folks. It's beautiful in there. I gotta say, the Team GGA group, we did a good job. So there's a lot of stuff going on with that, and like I said, it's pretty good. So coming now, and yeah, that's that. And I think, oh, Stephen Lucas is in the stream chat. What's Stephen Lucas got to say? And then we've got, and speaking of that, every time we're growing, every time things are getting towards our path, we've got new people entering into the Bloody Wars tournament. And that's including help. So, we've got new people on board, folks. I am proud to say that we've got more people on board. We've got a new female journalist / interviewer. Who's that person going to be? You're going to have to find out the pre-show. Everyone knows this person. So can't give any spoilers, can't give anything away. Just be there for the pre-show, and it's going to be a blast. And then we've also going to be having two special commentators announcing away every single action that's been taking place into the Bloody Wars tournament. So huge thanks for everyone reaching out to me, offering their assistance. It is definitely appreciated. So that way, it's not only the contenders that are looking to have a great time when they're entering the tournament, but the people at home that want to watch this, they're going to have a better time watching it now that we got an upgrade everything. So, oh no, Steven, we can't give any spoilers away, dude. That's not happening. That's not happening, folks. It's how does Paul Heyman quote? He goes, "It's not a prediction, it's a spoiler." And then the road to 1,000 games, folks. We are so close. I think we're at 20 more games. 20 more games for 1,000. Huge. This is pretty huge, folks. And like I said, the milestone towards this journey is only beginning. So huge thanks for everyone coming through and supporting the place and supporting your game, you guys, because there's only one of us out there. So just keep that in mind. Who else we got in the chat? I think Norbert Vale is gonna pop in here. You're a former Bloody Wars champion. Now, to those that don't know, I'm going to be bringing out a surprise for you folks for tonight's podcast. Yes, I've got something cooking, I should say. Ladies and gentlemen, I am bringing out at this time this man. First, I should just say this. Saturday, Friday through Sunday, there is a huge convention out there. The biggest convention in the Chicagoland area called C2E2. And the Galloping Ghost Arcade is attending to this convention. They're bringing out Dark Presence, 20-plus games from the arcade, even some games that you've never seen in the arcade in person. And on top of that, there's going to be a tournament in there, folks. And my guest at this time is a contender towards this tournament. And he is a huge gamer, let me tell you. 20-plus world records, guys. That says a lot about this man. And he's coming in here to becoming a champion. And his goal by the end of the year or by August is become your second time or your third Gamer of the Year, to win Gamer of the Year 2 times in its reign. Ladies and gentlemen, I am happy to present to you at this time the man. What is he? Let me do my research real quick. Sorry about that. Okay. He is your number 10th ranked contender for the Bloody Wars tournament. Give it up for your former T20 champion and your former Galloping Ghost Hardcore champion, your great contender for Bloody Wars, and the reigning, defending, undisputed Pinball Expo champion. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for my special guest at this time, Steven Lucas.
Hey.
Steven, what's up, man?
I've been on the headset for quite some time tonight. I think I'm going to save some news I've gotten tonight for the podcast on Thursday.
Sure.
Because I have my own podcast,
That's
The
right.
Crimey-Cade.
And we need someone to interview you, and you've been interviewing everyone else, so it makes sense to bring you in, and you get interviewed this time. It just makes sense, man. Well, Steven, let me first off by asking you, how you feeling tonight?
Kind of rushed. It seems like
Rushed.
I had original plans have been changing kind of on the fly, and I didn't expect to be on a video call with somebody for an hour and a half this evening, which I'll get to on Thursday. That'll be my surprise, and I guess my surprise. So tune in Thursday on my Crimey-Cade podcast on twitch.tv/rap_sheet.
Rap_sheet on Twitch.
Yes, the underlying character is in there.
To those that don't know, I will put it in the banner real quick, so that way, to those that are tuning in, if they don't follow you, they can follow you through here. So
I finally reached the affiliate threshold. So now I guess I can add more bells and whistles to my little podcast. Should be in lowercase. You gotta put the Twitch in there. You gotta put the whole address in there. You gotta put twitch.tv/repsheet.
yes, sir.
And by the way, I think it's case sensitive too. I'll check that because I think it's case sensitive. Nope, it'll drop it down. Yep.
Either way, Steven, they'll know what to type when they're trying to look for you. And you've been, like I said, you've been a contender for a long time, and you know what it feels like when you're trying to go through whatever it takes to become the biggest champion there is towards gaming. And I can honestly say I have the most respect for you because of that. So let me first start by asking you, this journey, man. I mean, we've already having C2E2 this weekend. You've got a huge tournament lined up already. And
I've never been to C2E2, so I'm not sure how apparently I have to go through will call, grab the Saturday ticket, and the thing runs from 10 to 7 o'clock. It is sold out. So if you intended to participate in the tournament and you wanted to get a ticket to go into C2E2, you're out of luck at this point. If you have your ticket, then for Saturday, then by all means enter. As to which 20 games go in, I don't know. Now I've been looking on C2E2's page, incidentally, for any mention of Galloping Ghost, and I haven't seen any posts about it. What's up with that?
I think it's because I think GGA is trying to keep it at a low key because I think their biggest time when they went to C2E2 was last year, and that's when they posted the documentary, they posted Dark Presence, they were advertising everything. So I think that's part of the reason. But yeah,
but that's the point. Doc wants that. It's supposed to be a big deal that Galloping Ghost is there. I mean, when I interview Doc Mac, we'll get into that. I might, whenever that happens. I don't know when. He's a very busy man. Although now a huge weight has been lifted off his shoulders and getting Canton open. The next battle is figuring out how to set up T20. What 20 games will be in the tournament? I don't think he's going to put out. Well, he could, but I don't know. I don't know if he'll do 20 games that have not been made an appearance at Galloping Ghost before this year. There will be some, of course, but I don't know about 20. But maybe he'll surprise me and do it again. But the only way he can outdo last year's T20 is he does 20 new games in the main tournament and 5 new games in the side tournament. He couldn't.
Yeah, that sounds like a challenge, dude. Can't say I blame you for going through that, honestly.
Yeah, that's a bit of a challenge, but he's going to pick what game 1,000 is as well. Now, he wants to do it on Monday.
Whatever it takes for a GG8 belt is what it sounds like. So,
although I think you should unveil the game 1,000 on anniversary day because, it's the anniversary. I mean, yes, you're going to award Gamer of the Year on anniversary day. Although, if you're a betting man, odds are right now the contenders are me, of course. He'll always be a top contender for the belt, maybe be the first 3-timer. I kind of thought you would have gotten it last year, but didn't happen.
Right. So
it's a tall order for me to win it a second time, and winning the other titles, this belt, for instance, that's the first piece of it. I have to win C2E2 if I'm going to have any sort of a chance to win Gamer of the Year a second time. And obviously I'm doing the podcast thing as the community thing.
Right.
Community activism and stuff. Obviously I'm taking the belt around different places. And by the way, why have they not... There's a post sitting in the Galloping Ghost Productions queue where I posted pictures of where I've been with the belt. They haven't approved it. It's been sitting there a couple of weeks. What's up with that? I'm
not the admin in there. I wouldn't be.
I know. It's kind of curious, don't you think?
No, I completely agree with you. So speaking
of
that,
they approved an anonymous poster right away. Anyway, go ahead.
No, so I'm glad you mentioned Game 1000 on anniversary because I was touching a lot. I was trying to get into that where it's I know Doc would have to release multiple games at once during the regular Monday Mystery Games in order for us to achieve 1000th Monday Mystery on the anniversary week or something. So I wanted to touch base on you. If you were had to gamble or bet on what the next or what would the 1000th game would be, what would it be?
What would be game 1000? Yeah, I've asked my guests on the podcast what they think game 1000 could be. I know a lot of popular answer is Dark Presence. Yes, believe it or not, popular answer. I kind of want to lean towards a game like Sky Skipper, which there's not very many of those. That never was released by Nintendo, just for the Atari 2600. If they can find an original Sky Skipper board, and then get a cabinet up, I mean, that would be mind-blowing. Although,
right.
Doc, I don't know how big of a fan he is of Sky Skipper. Another possibility would be a game like Marble Madness 2, which is another prototype that has circulated around.
Right.
But it kind of seems like Duck is going to pick something that hasn't been seen or heard of for years.
I don't know. You see, he could have done that on any Monday Mystery, and he has been. I feel like if it's going to
But
be
for
1,000
Game 1000.
right. If it's going to be Game 1000, it should be something that everyone knows. Like, for example, Guitar Hero. I like Guitar Hero. Do you like Guitar Hero? She likes Guitar Hero.
That
And
will
it's like,
not be a Game 1000.
right. It's like, no, because, I mean, Doc loves guitars himself. And if it's something that Doc has a passion about, I mean, obviously he's going to put it onto the floor. For example, he released 2 pinball machines of Godzilla, and he's really obsessed with Godzilla and the Kaiju Kobo stuff. So that will be...
That's for the pinball side, though.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's got like Godzilla games at the arcade too, so he's really passionate about it. And honestly, something that fits him and fits all of us. If it's a game that we all know, it's something that Doc might like. Guitar Hero. That's my guess.
So yes, the rhythm games at Goblin Ghost are pretty criminally underrepresented. Right now, gosh, I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, but Choco Vader or whatever the heck it is. Gosh, now I'm going to have to look it up. It's that Namco game that has a bunch of mini games, kind of all Wario World or Wario. Gosh,
Super Smash Brothers?
no, not Super Smash Brothers.
I mean, I would love Super Smash Brothers as the next.
WarioWare. That's what it was.
I see.
That would be for. There isn't a rhythm. There is not a rhythm section at Galloping Ghost right now. So that's, although you could count, though kind of Space App could be thought of as a bit of a rhythm game, quasi. But
That could be a good one. Oh, Damien. Uh-oh. Hold on.
yeah, you better change your battery. You know, I always have the camera plugged in.
Give us one.
By the way, this is a webcam hooked up to the computer. You might as well make me full screen while you're working here. Anyway, Game 1000, God, it's hard telling what he could pull out.
I am
Is it
back,
just-
folks. Sorry about that.
But I don't believe it's going to be Guitar
Battery.
Heroes. I don't believe it's going to be Guitar Hero. It's going to be something super obscure, hasn't been heard from in years. I mean, I can look back at the previous milestones. Creature from the Black Lagoon was number 400. Of course, that was moved to Galvin Ghost Pinball. I don't know what 300, 200, 100 was. I don't think Doc remembers either. I have asked, but we don't know. He does remember the very first game that was officially put on the arcade floor, and it was 1942.
Right.
But the other games, number 500 was Argus. This is a prototype from it's a prototype game, and you know that one. Number 600 was Star Wars Arcade by Sega,
I
which
love
is-
Star Wars.
which came out for the 32X, the Sega 32X system. Number 700 was Inferno by Williams. There's not very many of those around. Somebody did bring one out to Midwest Gaming Classic, and I did play it. And the joysticks are, the joysticks are secure. They don't spin. That's the fault of the GGA one. They got to figure out how to make those joysticks not spin because of that, they put screws in there to stop the joystick from being turned a full 360. 800 was Mad Dog McCree, number 2.
I love Mad Dog. That's one of my favorites there.
So this is a CD-ROM instead of a Laserdisc. Not quite as the graphics are a little pixelated because of that, but still playable. 900 Firefox, another Laserdisc game from Atari. Jose Vasquez Jr. has that high score right now, and now it's available for him to play again.
David Cordova suggesting Street Fighter II Rainbow Edition.
I don't know. See, that's another thing. I don't think. Well, funny he mentioned that now. If it's Game 1000, it could be Capcom All-Stars. Fighting All-Stars.
Yeah, make it a fighting game. Make this one a fighting game.
Well, I know if it's going to be a fighting game. If it's going to be a fighting game, it's going to be Dark Presence.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about that one. I mean, maybe.
Unless it comes out sooner. I mean, how far are they away from finishing? Because, and the documentary on this game is supposed to be coming out next month. I'm hyped for that. I'm ready to see myself in a video game documentary for the first time ever. I've never been in any video game documentary. I've been around the people who have. I just I missed the filming, so many times.
I see.
So I'll be happy to be in my first gaming documentary. Hopefully I get into a few more down the road. It's just going to find the people filming these.
I hope that does happen. And I know I've been looking to the trailer of the documentary. It looks pretty good, by the way. So I'm really excited to watch that when it comes out. I wanted to touch base with you on, C2E2, because I know, you're attending to that. You're officially going, and you're trying to work hard and trying to figure out which game there is, and you want to make sure that you're fully prepared to take on whatever game there is, so that way you can become C2E2 champion.
I'm taking on. You need to remember who I'm playing against.
Right, exactly. That obstacle that's in your way from the belt is the gamer of the decade, Jimbo Slice. So
the final boss.
Sure. So what is your thoughts on that, and how are you going to prepare for this tournament?
Well, I don't know if you've seen it yet. It's been out there a day or two, but I put out a new promo. C2E2 promo as of Monday.
Sure.
So as for preparing, that's going to be tricky because I'm doing this podcast. I did a video call before this. I'm doing another thing tomorrow, the Retrothon on Twitch. I'm going to be commentating with Paul Tessie on the 91 Nintendo Campus Challenge cartridge, and I'll give you the address in a second. I'm going to type it in the chat so everybody knows what that is, because it's going to be approximately about 7:30 tomorrow night.
Oh, that's what it sounds like.
The Retro, let me find it, and this is playing noises. Yeah, here it is. Let me get the address. And commercials. Okay. And I'm being joined by somebody right now. This idiot. He crashed my other. This is Cody. He likes to
You
crash.
didn't about the Cody Rhodes, did you?
No, he's 8 years old. I think this is before Cody Rhodes got super hot, but trying to decide a name for this cat, because I've had him since, he's about 10 years old now. Joined the family in 2014, July, so yeah, he's going to turn about 10 this year. You can believe it. Thank you for putting that up. That's what I wanted. Glad you put that up. And I just posted a link.
That's what we're going to see on Saturday.
Yes. Tomorrow night, Retro Gaming Live TV is the Twitch channel. They're doing, a marathon of retro games. Anyway, I'll be there tomorrow night, joined by Paul Tessie. So that's tomorrow. Thursday, obviously, I'm interviewing 2 guests instead of 1 this
Right.
time.
That was going to be my next question. I know you got 2 people in your Crime Cade podcast. You got Claudio Capella, a really good gamer that's been putting out some monster scores recently. And
they
Israel
got beat,
Bahina.
apparently, too.
And Israel Bahina, your former Bloody Wars champion, the man that was the first ever Bloody Wars champion. So I want to ask, first with, let's do Israel, because he is part of the Bloody Wars, community. So how did you get that interview with him, and what do you think, how do you think that's going to go with Israel?
I've been in contact with him. Been in contact with him, and yeah, I've been just trying. It's been a bit. So for this particular episode, it was a bit of a struggle to where to go from Tracy Gleaf, because she was the last guest on my program. I did it on a Sunday afternoon because she's out in the United Kingdom, so 6-hour time difference. I was like, hit a middle block. Who do I have on next? And it's just kind of stuck. And it's like, well, should I do another podcast the same week as I did Tracy on Thursday? And ultimately, I decided, nah, that's a little too soon. I'm not ready. Not quite ready. So I gave it some thought still. Well, because it was also the weekend was the gaming convention, I was going to be traveling Friday to get down to Columbia, Missouri for the Como Retro Game Convention.
Sure.
But I did reach out. It's like, maybe I should do 2 people instead of 1, and kind of do an hour each, not, let's say, dedicate the whole podcast to just one individual, because that's what I've done so far.
Right.
Israel's the first Blade Wars champion, so I need to get him in. I picked Claudio, does not live too far from me.
Right. I was gonna
Springfield.
ask, is he like next
Chatham.
door neighbors with you?
Claudio lives in Chatham, which is a stone's throw from here. So we did have a shootout on Turbo at the Dumb Records arcade, because they were having a month-long scoring competition on that. Of course, at the end, somebody beat us both.
Oh, wow.
Somebody that I didn't know and hadn't been in the arcade scene for very long, and he just he just attacked me.
Oh, you're little Cody?
Yeah, he tried to bite me on the hand. Well, I got this little can of air. He doesn't like that too much.
Yeah, I remember having to do that with my dog once. It did the trick. Doesn't harm anything. So it is what it is.
Well, they say squirm with water, but I don't want to all these wet spots and stuff. Yeah, this works just fine. And it gets him back in line, sort of.
So we've got so after Thursday, obviously, is gonna be Friday, and on that Friday, are you coming in town by chance? Or
I'm driving up Friday. I'm driving up Friday morning so I can game at the Galloping Ghost and try to reclaim some ground that's been taken from me, because I've been taking a beating lately. I'm down to 13th place in the power rankings. That's separate from the Blade Wars thing. Blade Wars contendership. Andrew Owasco has been relentless.
Well, don't
He
forget, P. Han's pretty good too. He's trying to come back every now and then. So
Yeah,
look out for
but
him.
Pete is not playing the games or it's not going after, or has not been going after my scores lately. It's just primarily Andrew. And ironically,
Yes. Go ahead. You were saying.
Claudio took one of my scores too, all out of the blue. LED storm.
Go ahead. You were saying. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just had to point out my boy Pete, the goat, my goat, my pick. For
When
everything.
I get back, I have to play JJ Squawkers again.
Yeah.
And I gotta
So what-
see if I can pass because when I got my score last, I didn't think it could go much higher than that, and he like added another 100K to it. It's like,
Yeah. No,
it's
I get
luck
that.
of the bonuses. That's all it is at this point. So I'm gonna try again. Hope I get lucky. Can I get close or pass or get ahead of Andrew somehow to get that score back? Because that was a cornerstone for my ranking. The other issue has been, there's several scores I had and I have not been able to take them back, and it's been a struggle of being able to practice these games, and there's still distractions. Obviously, I'm doing the podcast now, so that's a new distraction that I put on myself.
At least it's a good distraction since you're talking.
It is a good distraction. I'm trying to reduce the wrestling stuff to almost nothing right now. I still film for one organization, and a little bit of rehab but I am gonna exit the wrestling scene and go full-time gaming only at some point in the near future, because I don't watch wrestling on TV anymore. It's hard. I mean, it's live events or nothing at this point. I just don't have
wrestling now today. It's insane. After Paul Levesque now in control, it's been pretty dominant. I started watching wrestling now, not too long ago. So under Paul's guidance and control, honestly, it's looking pretty good. So,
but I don't have the patience to watch anything on television anymore. I just don't. I have to repeat that. I don't have the patience to watch wrestling on TV anymore.
Yeah.
I just don't. It's been so many years. What's going on back there? That dog has been a distraction for you, JP.
Who?
The dog.
Oh, yeah.
The pooch. He's been kind of raising a ruckus during the entire podcast so far. Kind of like my goofball ginger cat.
So I'm dealing with a duo as of right now. So it's not my pooch per se. It's my sister-in-law. So
okay,
she's on our way to Arizona, and we're dog sitting at the moment. So he's chilling.
the dogs are a little ruckus, I guess. Anyway,
I love him.
Where the heck was I before I got distracted by all the cameras switching back and forth? Anyway, wrestling on TV, I don't have cable anymore. I turned it off. I got rid of it, and I'm saving quite a bit of money by getting rid of it. $200 a month. So I'm just paying for just the fiber, AT&T fiber right now. So, besides, there's enough. TV these days is crap. I can watch so much free stuff online. Obviously, stuff on Twitch. Obviously, I can do some streaming myself because, if I'm going to play video games at home, why don't I just stream it and kind of get people to watch me play? I hope to do more of that soon. Obviously, last week I did Puzzle Bobble, which that's another thing. Have they fixed the doggone Neo Geo unit that's got the puzzle bobble in it. Because Galapagos has not submitted a score yet. They could move the cartridge to a working unit. They haven't. JP is distracted.
I am not distracted. I am in presence. So I am hearing, so I just, Steven, I completely understand what you're going through as of right now, with the challenges that has been going through your mind with everything. Because I know, one of your games that you've had value with that was recently taken from you was Piranha. And that was taken from Matt Walters. And I know you're the type of gamer that loves Pac-Man. And
okay, so on that one.
Yeah, so yeah.
Been years since been a while since I played it. Because once I took the high, I stopped. Because it's like I've already crossed the threshold. Matt Walters hadn't been at the arcade much lately. Because he started to come back a little bit more. But it's a matter of, because it's going to take a while to get close to 1 million points. I had 600,000 some odd. It's going to take quite a bit of time and not messing up, because I kind of have to, I have to trap the squids in the tunnel, which is a glitch. But if the graphics were right, I couldn't trap the squid in the tunnel and everything would look correctly instead of kind of like chunks of Pac-Man, incorrect sprites of Pac-Man in the maze. It'd be a harder game. But because of the time commitment on it, it's gonna have to be done when I'm here for a 3-day weekend instead of like come in on Saturday, go home on Sunday.
Yeah. So,
and that's not the only one. There's several others. Once in a while, I'll try for Assault again. You know that one.
Yes, I do.
Mossy's has that one. I kind of need to go all the way to the last level of the game and try to cross the 600K threshold with at least 1 or 2 lives left. Well, at least 2. Well, if I have just 1, I mean, I just have to cross 600,000 because it was like 150K after every 150K, then you get another tank. After 150, of course. But, because I got was like 570,000.
Right.
So, but I have not been able, I've crossed 500K multiple times, got to about the 11th level. It's just the last one I need to get to.
Sure.
And that's not easy. And plus some of those levels are so long, you have to sacrifice a tank due to the timeout issue.
Right, absolutely.
Because the timer runs. Plus, you get more points if you end the level with the clock showing 0 seconds.
Sure.
And that's not easy either.
You know what's not easy, Steven?
Tell me.
This challenge that you still gotta run with me, I should say.
Okay. About that.
No, about that. I am ready, Steven. I want to hear something from you. You already talked about coming over this weekend, coming in and making an appearance on Friday. And if you don't remember from Bloody Wars, from New MK1, I proposed a challenge. And that challenge was the next Galloping Ghost appearance that you make is the day that we battle off. So, Steven, I got to ask, man, what's up with that? And are you ready for the war and we're gonna get through.
So we're going to have a discussion about that. I can't get it. I'm not going to get into it on this podcast because you know why.
No, tell me. I'm right here. Go ahead.
You know exactly why. And I don't want to bring. This is an off-air conversation. Now, something has to be done before this best of 7 challenge can happen. And I'm going to hold your feet to the fire for this. But we're having a discussion when I get up to the Chicago area after I win the C2E2 championship. We're gonna have to have a little bit of a discussion about this before we can actually have it.
Uh-oh. Well,
Yes.
Am I sensing a postpone, Steven? Is that what I'm hearing?
It's basically, well, it's accountability. Let's put it that way.
Ooh. Okay.
I'm not going to say what it is because I don't want to rekindle anything that's I don't want to get emotions all out of shape. I want things rectified before I go through with this challenge because I owe it to somebody.
Yeah, we'll definitely have a chat about this question mark.
All right. And anybody who's asking, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? No, I'm not going to mention it on this podcast. You're not going to mention it either. I'm going to keep it behind the scenes where it needs to be for the time being. Anyway, so the best of 7 challenge will happen hopefully before the next Bloody Wars tournament. That's the goal. But my primary focus right now is winning that 5th championship belt. After that, then I'm open for anything.
I'm going to hold you up to that. Steven.
Because I've already, not recounting. I'm not going to recount why I'm transitioning away from the wrestling scene. But yeah, there's some callbacks to that. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say for the time being. We'll leave it up to the viewer's imagination.
Sure. All right. Well, I mean, based off of what I think I pretty much covered everything. I mean, with everything going on, I know you got preparation for your fifth Galapagos belt. You got
Beyond
so
that,
much on the table. Yeah, I know you're busy with a lot of
T20. Then, yes, there's other things in the gaming scene that are taking off for me. I've been in contact with some authors who are writing, authors and curators who are doing kind of documenting the history of video gaming. I'm going to be taking a part in a few of those projects in the near future. Sheesh. This is one of them, hopefully. World of Nintendo, the author of this book here. I ran into him at the Midwest Gaming Classic. Volume 2 of that book is supposed to be coming out in June. I've reached out to him. I mean, we had a conversation at the convention. I've reached out to him and say, hey, I noticed that this book is coming out in June. Do I need to turn something around for you in short order? And haven't gotten an answer yet. What is that noise?
Oh, don't worry about it. It's just an air fryer.
It's a hiss of some sort. Anyway, someone else, I had a conversation. I'm going to save this for Thursday. I had a conversation with somebody tonight, which is intriguing. So I'm going to have that person on my podcast sometime in the future. Gosh, beyond that, I hope to hit more gaming conventions, hear more tournaments. There's another belt I could go after. That's not Blade Wars. That's not anything GGA related, but it's going to the south, to the St. Louis area. There's a pinball title. Murphy Sub 21, that's another belt that's out there. Of course, I have to go down there on a Thursday night. Maybe I can compete for that belt, although pinball is not generally my forte. But, if I get lucky, I could win another belt. And what else is there? Yeah, could guy get Gamer of the Year again? And there's also the possibility that Gamer of the Year may not be awarded. I have to put odds on no one winning Gamer of the Year this year.
Sure.
So, because there's me, there's Andrew, everybody else is kind of just, everybody gets hot for about a month, and then they just kind of fade.
Right.
Fade into the background. So nobody's been able to build the resume to bring out the wow factor for Doc Mack. And that's what Doc wants, the wow factor.
Yeah,
Now,
we've been trying to see that for a while now.
Now, would I have liked Bloody Wars to be figured into consideration for Gamer of the Year? Unfortunately, it isn't, because it isn't a Galloping Ghost creation. It's an kind of an indie type. In the grand scheme of things, an indie type.
Well, I mean,
Sorta.
I would have to say it's an advantage towards the Gamer of the Year because it's
Maybe.
because it's happening at the facility, and I feel like that brings a lot of attention towards the facility, and we're at a position where there's so much competition where it has to be some type of resume,
Right.
So
I know
that's my
fighting games has been kind of the primary focus at Galloping Ghost this year. They haven't been able to do other events apart from the Pinball Expo, apart from C2E2. I mean, we used to have like horror scoring. We used to have like Konami Week. We used to have, I don't know, the Ace of Atari. What else was there? The Sultan of Sega. They had all these other tournaments over the course of the year. Those have kind of dried up. I hope we get more of those tournaments in the near future, because those tournaments helped figure out who won Gamer of the Year. And I'm sorely missing those. Now we have Arcade Wars, and I'm putting the scores for that on a regular basis. So is Andrew. So is, King Cam is putting in scores. Who else? But then again, we have some of the regulars at Galloping Ghost putting in scores at other arcades. Tibbetts, Mossy's putting in scores for Underground Retrocade. Jim Patzer putting in scores for Garcade. So I don't know. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see how things go, because there's only 3 months. Let's see. May, June, July. Yeah, 3-4 months left. 3-4 months left.
It sounds like a long way. So
a little bit, but not. But the time's moving quickly.
It is.
Somebody's got to get super hot in a hurry.
Right.
If you want to have any hope of winning that belt.
For sure. As of right now, Steven, I think this is a good time to close things off.
All right.
Is there anything? If there's anything that you want to say to the audience, or is there anything that we should know at this time? Speak now, or forever hold your peace.
Like I say, follow my podcast. Join me this Thursday when for the Crimecade. I'll be doing my interviews. This Thursday, Israel Bahina, Cleo Capello. Who will I have after them? I have not decided. I need somebody to give me a suggestion as to who bring on the podcast next. But I'm not done winning gold. I'm done doing gaming tournaments. I hope to add to my trophy case or the belts on my wall inside the Crimecade. Hello, Norbert. Welcome. And he's muted when he's shouting something.
Hold on.
Something
hold
got you. Something got you, and you were shouting at the screen, and you were muted.
I was muted. Norbert Vale, your former Bloody Wars champion and your current Bloody Wars MVP award winner and your current reigning JP Productions NFL Blitz 99 tournament champion. Norbert Vale's in the stream chat.
Yeah, Jim Patzer. Funny, we mentioned that NFL Blitz and the bizarre ending that Patzer suffered, but he redeemed himself. He beat me at NBA Jam for a guitar. So Jim Patzer, the next time he shows up at Galvin Ghost, maybe jamming. Literally.
Who
Jamming literally on a guitar.
For sure.
Because he beat me in NBA Jam.
Well, as I said before, Steven, thank you for being here, and it's nice having you here. We will be catching you on a little bit, and yeah.
See you in 2 days.
Yeah, see you in 2 days. That was Steven Lucas, ladies and gentlemen. And like I said before, the Bloody Wars tournament is always growing. And I think this will conclude the Bloody Wars podcast. Let me know if I should do more of these in the future. Let me know if you want to be in the podcast soon. Let me know if you want the spotlight on you on Tuesdays. The same way Steven Lucas trying to get his thing across. So let me know if you want to start doing that. So until then, folks, this is JP Pitts, your host of the Bloody Wars Tournament. For more information on how you can sign up today, just visit www.bloody-wars-tournament.com. Thank you guys so much for watching this stream, and we will see you in the next one. Take care, folks.